Welcome to the episode, folks. In this one, you'll see that I'm halfway through this brutal VIV inspection. I'm going through this process. Of course, I have to do it for myself to get the car on the road, but it's also for the viewers as well. All the pitfalls and all the troubles that you can get into a car costing you more than it's really worth. If you miss an email, you're behind the eight ball before you even started or go towards the VIV inspection. Just a few more dollars. You've seen that we went to the wholesale paint group. Yeah, let's go in here and have a look. Tape and all the goodies. That's the dolphin glaze. It's in a pack. It's like a yogurt. And you supply hardener and you mix it. So it's not like the putty, so it's fluid. And then, well, we already used that. That's the applicator, right? I like the plastic ones. They have steel ones. I can't use steel ones. Here I used the pad, chopped up the 180. And this one must be, what's that, 600. 180, 600, just a couple. And then I'm going to do this repair. So I've just scuffed this up. I'll show you. So I've just got to go past the repairs. Of course, that's clear on there, on the top. Well, I've got to go down here a bit. That's the clear. Just do the edge a bit. It does, this panel's not perfect. Remember, it's got the kink there. It's got the kink there. I'm not touching it. I just got to pass the bib. I'll always buy another one if I need to. And there, scuffed it up. Wax and grease remover, P08 from Pacer. So this is what the geezer said to use. And you wipe your panel down. I've got to mask it up yet too, so he said do it twice. Doing it underneath there a bit too. And then I'm going to put the dolphin glaze on that. And I'm going to shape it with the 180 and finish it with 600. There it is, drying out now. Not a bad panel repair actually. Wonder who did that. I just wiped on my dolphin glaze. It did run a bit. It's self-leveling, so what you have to do is just after a while, like in a few minutes, it starts to go hard. That's the extra I've got. I put it on a piece of cardboard because then I can throw the cardboard away. Also, I just want to show you what's underneath the car. I am cleaning underneath. There we have it there, look how I scrubbed it all up underneath. That's the newer sort of exhaust I've got, standard exhaust. And then also I've got the other one on standby, the after the roadworthy. See there? I don't know about this stuff here, but I cleaned here, up along there. I clean the arms. That's all the blue ticks off it. And it had it on the tranny as well. See, I cleaned the tranny pan. So just going over things. So when they put it on the hoist, then they can see, oh, well, this car's clean. There's nothing wrong with it. But you can see the scrapes under there. See all those scrapes? I was up near the K-frame. I see a bit of a dent in it, so I'll have to have a look at it. So here's the standard wheel. That's a 16 inch. On the car, they're 18 inch. So that's the spare wheel. 225. is the width. So it has to fit in the boot, and I don't think the wide ones fit in the boot. So that's why they make them skinny. Now here's the wheels here. These ones I'm going to use. I'm going to clean the inside. So I'm preparing the car for the VIV. So everything, I'm cleaning everything as much as I can. I did the left muffler at the back, that one, but I haven't done the right. Not sure if I'm going to do that. I'm going to run out of time. I'm going to wash these. And this is the engine cover underneath. So I'm going to wash that as well. Doing that right as we speak. There's the result. They're just cleaning one wheel. It's quite amazing. They've got a good surface finish. Just got a lot of this stuff sticky from all the weights over the years. I've got that one still to do, and another 2. In the meantime, I've got my Aldi car cover on. Got it all on jack stands. I've been cleaning underneath more, and it's my last day to get everything done. Well, all the majors anyway. So I've taped up the guard. I've dolphin glazed that. That's a bit of a mistake there. That's a bit of a high spot. I'm not knocking that in. It's finished. So not looking too bad. And I've got the car covered up, and the wind is coming this way. So when I spray it, I just remove the old ute. That's the hauler. Got to have a hauler, folks. I know it's stock looking and everything. It's paramount that you have a car that can really get your parts quick. Know what I mean? Especially if you're doing more modern cars like this one. Even though it's 10 years old. So here's my 3 products that I bought on eBay. So I've got acrylic primer grey. I've got 690F colour, so it's metallic. And then you clear over the top. So I can't remember. That's, you know, you're looking at 3 little cans there. But now we go to the car. And I've wax and grease removed it. And I've got the soft edge here. So I'll put the soft edge on. So it's looking good. I've cleaned it. Now I'm going to spray it. A little bit shiny there, jeez. Not bad though, not bad. Let's see how we're going to go. See how we're going to go. Might have to just scratch out a little bit more. Done the panel, but I don't reckon I put enough gloss on it. I should pull the tape off now, burn it in midnight oil, clean it underneath the whole car. The next few days, the next probably 3 nights after big long work shifts, clean the interior. So it's getting pretty good underneath. Clean all the struts, underbody, everything like that, the plastics. Quite a few components. I'll pull this off, you might as well have a look. What do you reckon? And then I'll probably polish it and blend that line in. Let's have a look. I've cleaned underside this half of the car, took the belly off the engine, cleaned these 2 wheels, turn the car around and do the other side. So I'm on track. Yeah, it's on it. There's that one. And let's just see if this one's on it. Yeah, this one's off it. There's only one more to go. Got to drop this one down, put it on there and jack it up again. This is a factory brace and jack. So everything can be done. Just check if there's any others. No, that one's on the duff. It's on the duff. See how much the suspension's got to compress? Oh, what I could do, I could use the gun. Right, put that out. Leave it like that. He comes out. How do we get that one out without getting wet? Should be off the doff. Yeah, I think it is. There you go. Once the wheels touch down, it'll go easier because it takes a bit of the load up. Not a bad jack setup, really. There he goes. There we go, done. They're all torqued up. I think it's about 120 pounds from memory. See, it needs a bit. Click. So, correctos mondos. That's it. I spoke to the VIV inspector, which is an owner of a garage who's done a certificate, and he said what you need to do, the malicious term means it's scratched. Get all the scratches off the car. Dashboard, underneath, everywhere. You've got to get all the chips and the scratches off, right? And that's the main thing. And that you've got to have a wheel alignment. You've got to show me the reds and the greens on the report. It's a mad scramble. This is the night before. We burned the midnight oil just to get all the little scratches and the marks off because that's how they want it. I'm doing the dashboard here. In hindsight, I could have purchased these two black bezels, but they had deep gouges on both sides. I don't know what they were up to here. I just cut and polish it and put a bit of texture in the middle of it, and I just blend it in, and I won't know the difference. See that? I don't think that would have cost much, $50, $60. Just preparing quarter to 4 rise for the appointment in Cheltenham, so it's quite early, quite strenuous. I only got to bed at 12 o'clock, so 4 hours sleep. Southland Automotive Services, we dropped the car off. You can't buy anything privately for the car. The guy at Reptile Gulch in Ballarat, he said they're a nightmare. I think I sort of like gonna believe him now. We didn't know rules of engagement. How do we know that? So anyway, a bit upset at the moment. So we're having a breather, and the mechanic or the shop needs roughly even 6 hours to get it back to us. So we're sitting in here in air conditioning, it's blazing hot outside. The repairer said he needs to have all invoices with VINs for second-hand parts. Grassy legs. Roaring lion. Grassy legs. It's a roaring lion. Gonna get the car on the road. Further on from the VIV inspection, I've got a few tips for everyone out there if they're gonna buy a repairable write-off. I bought mine from Pickles Auction. Now I think about it, I thought the individual has an advantage of buying a car off the auction site. Now I think the opposite. It's a disadvantage because of the price. A retailer or a company can buy it and they'll just salvage the car. So all the cars are just getting salvaged, all the ones written off, because there's that many things you have to do. I received a few emails, but I didn't see the emails in my email box. Number one thing, they give you all the instructions about a write-off car, what they're looking for. We missed all those emails, so we didn't know what we're doing. So we were going to fail no matter what. After I arrived home from the VIV inspection, it was a really big day going all the way to Melbourne and back. After getting home, then we opened the emails up and then it gave us clear instructions of what they were looking for. To start off with, the number one thing, they're looking for a clean car. They want like a car that's at a standard like brand new. I'm not joking. They want it brand new and clean. And they've got to submit all the information and the paperwork all up to Vic Road. This automotive repairer who's doing the certificate and the inspection, they told us you can do the work. You can do the cleaning of the car, but what you have to carry on, you have to have a itemised diary of all the work that you've done to the car. They want the car right up to scratch. And I will show you that the circles and the crosses they put on the car and what they're looking for. It has to be to a factory standard. No dents in the car, no scratches, nothing. On the government website, they've got a link, PPSR. Now, that one gives you $2 report. The inspectors were saying that's a better report than the $30 Vic Roads report. We've already downloaded that and you've got to show the report. And they want a copy of all that report. They want a copy of all the photos that were at the auction because they can have a good look at the car and see what repairs we've done. It is very brutal. All the information that you have to collate before and after the car that you've done and you have to put it in the diary, you have to take a photo of it and the photos have to get printed on an A4 and then we hand up all the photos and all the paperwork, all the invoices. Now the invoices, if you buy a second-hand part, you have to show where it's coming and they have 3 minimum details. They have to have an ABN number on it, on the invoice. They've got to have a VIN number and the price that you paid and the information of what it is. So it all has to be straight down the line. If you're going to do a repairable write-off, Marketplace is out, absolutely out, because who's going to give you a VIN number and an invoice when it's all cash sales? So that is out. You have to go to proper places that sell parts. What they want is like a trail. They want to see where it comes from. It's time to show where the marks they put on from the VIV inspection report. This one, the tinted window here is scratched. There's a scratch on there. Let's see there. That scratch there, they don't like. That's the tint on the window. So I'll have to get it re-tinted, and there's about 6 dents on the car they don't like. There is some minor scratches. I didn't say anything about that. There's a dent there. Let's see. Yeah, there's a dent in the door. Right, that's one, so 2 marks. There's another dent there in the guard. They want that done. They want a small little dent on the bonnet there. Can you see it? Very small. They've got the whole of the Series 1 bumper bar all marked here. Look, cross, cross, crosses, crosses, crosses. Now we get in the sun, a bit bright out here today, and crosses there. They didn't like my paint job on here. You can see a line there. They said a substandard, we want a factory standard. How you get it repaired at the panel shop. another dent in the door there, a bit of a crease. So they're the ones on the body. So I would say I'm going to put the Series 2 bar on it and I'm going to buy a new guard. But the race is on to get the car completed before the 23rd, or I'll have to re-engage on a new application, which is another $800. Hope you enjoyed the episode, folks. I'll keep you updated on this VIV. I have my second inspection coming up in the new year, and all these itemised points, it will help you in your VIV inspection and also understand the process that I'm going through, folks. Nasty legs. It's a roaring lion. Let me get the car on the road.